Hey everybody, Chad Hymas here. Welcome to the Moments That Matter, coming to you from the Rush Valley, Utah area. And I am so thrilled. This is our first episode, and it's going to be a good one. I have been inspired to do this for some time, and I'm not alone today in the studio. I have got some people with me, and so I've actually got them using the mics, and so I hope that we're easy to hear tonight. Uh, it's been very interesting for me to put this together. There's been a lot of thought and process going to this, and this is not just about awareness and about the moments in our life that really make a difference, but it's the people that you meet. And prior to COVID, I was a Sunday school teacher in our church, and one of the young men in my church, his name is Troy. And one thing I noticed about Troy is that he wasn't afraid to share his thoughts about his belief system, and that he was encouraging to other people and always made them better. As I got to know Troy a little bit better, I found out that his mother and father, very hardworking family, and that he had a little brother that has a disability. And this little kid was always better when Troy was around. And so I am very excited for you to meet them tonight. I want Julie to tell a little bit about their family. So I'm going to switch over to their camera. I'm going to kind of go sit by them a little bit, and I'm excited for all of you to meet them. Please feel free to join us in the chat and tell us where you're coming from as well. Nathan, Rory, thanks for joining us. It's good to see you as well. Chris, Anthony, Shaylee, good to have you guys on board. Feel free to shoot us a little note in the chat box, or whether you're on Facebook, on Moments That Matter, or Facebook Chad Hymas, or the Moments That Matter Instagram page. Please let us know where you're coming from tonight. And again, thank you for joining us. I'm going to go right to Julie. So we're going to come over here to you, Julie. So there's our family. I'm going to come over here by them. So this is Troy right here. And Todd, hi Carrie. This is Todd right here. Todd, you wave to everybody?
Yeah.
You wave. And Julie, tell us a little bit about you. So we got 2 of the 5 kids tonight with us, right?
Yes.
And then tell us what your husband does. Tell us what you do, and tell us a little bit about Todd. Todd, look at your face. So look, I love you can smile. I love the bow tie. I love your bow tie. So how old's Todd?
Todd is 7.
7. And tell us about your family. So your oldest to youngest.
Okay, so Troy is the oldest. He's 12.
Okay.
Then we've got Talia. She's 10. We've got Mason. He's 9. Todd is 7. And we have Maggie, and she is 4.
She's 4.
Yep.
And I've been teaching Todd in my Sunday school class for the last year.
Uh-huh.
And then I noticed an ad in the Facebook page of our community saying that your kids are washing cars just to kind of raise extra money. It was like $10 to wash a car. And then I threw him a curveball. I brought is that fair to say?
Yes.
Well, maybe you could tell him what I did. I did something a little bit crazy.
Stay here, Todd. So
Todd, you're fine. He's a squirrel. That's fine. Let him wonder. He's fine. He's fine. That's fine. He sees himself on camera, which is fine.
So Todd, do you remember when the big bus was outside the house? Do you remember the bus? Do you remember what color the bus was? It was red. It was really big.
I took the safety bus over to their house, and all their kids cleaned it for me in about a day. It was unreal. Tell us about Todd and what he does for your family. And I want to see Troy's involvement as well. What's Todd's circumstance?
Okay, so Todd has Down syndrome, and
he can stand. Let him walk around and do whatever he wants.
Okay.
We'll get him back on. Yeah, because he's going to walk around the
Yeah.
studio. Yeah, we're going to let Todd. Let him do this thing. He wants to be on the ground. That's totally fine. We can move the cameras. We're good. He's going to be up and down. So tell us about Todd. Tell us about him.
All right. So Todd is much like any other kid. He's very active, as you could probably see by the way that he's been.
That's fine. That's fine.
Sitting on my lap so quietly and still.
Todd, you want to sit on my lap? Yeah. Okay, you don't have to. No problem. My kids don't want to sit on my lap either. That's fine. He's just kind of sitting down beneath the camera. That's totally fine. So keep going.
Yeah. So when I was pregnant with Todd, we didn't know that he had Down syndrome. That was a curveball that was given to us when he was born.
He sees himself on the TVs behind us. So there's a bunch of TVs around the studio, and he sees himself everywhere.
Are you entertaining yourself, Todd?
It's fine. Look, Todd, look right in front. See your face? Can you come over this way, over by your mom? Can you smile for everybody?
I remember when Todd was born. I think it's easy for people to, when something unexpected happens, to feel a lot of emotions.
Sure.
And for us, I want to say that for us, I feel our situation was a little bit unique. I feel we were prepared in some ways on a spiritual level.
Okay.
to have Todd. And so when he came to us, we just felt immense joy. There's obviously been
Fist bump.
a lot of
Thanks, buddy.
changes, a lot of doctor's appointments and such like that. But
But I understand the doctor's appointments. Maybe I'm not a physician, but he just seems absolutely like normal to me, right? I
yeah,
mean, I
yes,
view him as that.
yes.
So,
And it's funny because I'll be out somewhere with Todd. Obviously, it's been a long time since I've been out somewhere with Todd because of
because
COVID.
COVID, yeah.
But I'll catch
Fist bump,
people,
fist bump. All right,
smiling
give
at
some of that.
him, or I kind of catch glances that
Here, help him
normally
get up here,
wouldn't
Julie.
be there. Sure.
I'll drop him if he gets just because I don't have very good balance. He can sit up on my lap. This is the wheelchair chair. There we go. There we go. That is really cool. So yeah, keep
Okay.
keep turn.
But it's interesting because I catch people looking our direction or watching Todd, and it doesn't offend me at all. I don't mind. I love it when people ask me questions.
Sure.
I welcome it anytime. But I always have to think, oh yeah, they're looking at us because we have Todd. Todd has Down syndrome and he's extra cute.
But it's not just that about your family. It's the way that your family interacts around him, which made it so easy for the rest of us. When you talk about Troy's leadership, I mean, this kid's, I don't know, I'm at 12, 13,
12.
so 12 years old. And there's something special about Todd. I don't know that I can put my finger on it. Maybe his parents can do that. But the way that he's organized, his leadership skills, the way that he is very, very respectful to adults, the way he raises his hands, and the way he is with Todd. I watch it and I watch it really close. And a lot of us in church or maybe at the school or the grocery store, we wish that our kids would interact like that. He maybe described that, and then I would love Troy to share a little bit. So this is Troy. Troy's the oldest of the family. Maybe you can kind of describe Troy a little bit in a nutshell and describe how he interacts. And
Okay.
I think it'd be enlightening for people to see. These are the moments that matter. This is the big deal. And so I want the kids that are watching and the parents to hear. And you keep clapping away. I'm cool with that. I love that, Todd. Nice job.
So
he does like the camera. He's camera friendly.
He is. So Troy, he's always been the kind of kid that just stands out. I remember as a baby, we used to comment on how serious he looked all the time. Like he was contemplating something. He was thinking about something. And he's always been a really good boy, but Warren is really good to teach the kids a lot of responsibility. And
I noticed you guys have, so Warren's your husband.
Warren's my husband.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's a contractor? Right?
No, he's a superintendent for a commercial construction company.
Okay.
So, but before he did that, he built houses with his dad.
Okay.
Who's a custom home builder.
Okay.
And so, Warren has always done good to take the kids out and work with him. They build things together. They fix
I noticed that
together.
at your house with and the animals.
Yes.
You're building a barn right now as well, right?
Yes.
So, and we poured cement at your house. Like
yes, we did.
I say we. I mean, I just kind of showed up. Just
your boys.
My
yes.
boys came over, but all your kids were involved.
Yes.
And Warren is very, very not in an arrogant or a mean way. Just says, hey, do you want to help? And then the kids just love to jump after him. If they make a mess in the mud or something, it's not a big deal. It's part of it. Part of the game.
Right.
Yes. He just goes with the flow.
He just goes with the flow. Yes. And he's been really good to include the kids. He's never been shy to get them involved. I know that people talk about how important it is to get your kids involved in the everyday tasks and the things that you do as a family. And I seem to be the one that just wants my own space. But Warren will be like, come on, guys, let's go fix this. Or come on, we're going to go into town.
He's very chill.
Something. He's very chill.
Yeah, he is. Very laid back.
Yes. And at the same time, like he knows how to get stuff done.
Good job, Todd. Todd, what makes you happy? Are my legs that bouncy? Your legs are bouncy. I don't think I can do that with my legs. Troy, talk to us a little bit. Tell us about Todd and kind of how you see your role and I don't know, what's your relationship like with Todd?
Well, Todd is one of my favorite brothers because he's cute and he's kind and he always likes to give hugs to people. And he's not shy at all. He'll go up to somebody with a 4-wheeler and he'll say, "All right."
Oh, he'll just say, "All right."
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So, what do you see as your responsibility as the oldest brother as it pertains to your 4 other siblings, including Todd here? Your sister, because your sister's not here, and the youngest is not here, right? So you're the oldest. What do you see your responsibility as being the oldest brother?
Kindness, love,
Does Dad talk to you a lot about watching out for Todd
Mhm.
and keeping track of him?
So tell, what do you have to? Are there any special responsibilities that you might have to do because of Todd's circumstance? Because he might look a little bit different. And you know what might that be? Some of your responsibilities.
He tends to run away from home, so we have to try to prevent
You
that.
got to put a leash on him.
He's a
No.
bit of a wanderer, yeah.
So kind of good that we don't live in a too busy of a town, but still
Yeah.
that danger there, right?
Mhm.
So you're protective of him
Mhm.
as you are your other siblings. What are
Yep.
some of the things that you guys like to do? What makes him laugh?
Sometimes that's just messing around, and other times it's just pure happiness.
Well, I think that's cool. Julie, anything you wanted to add?
I would say some of the things that can get him laughing.
He's better on my
is-
lap than he is yours.
I know
I'm just
he is.
saying. Maybe he should stay over.
Isn't that the way it goes for all kids? Though they're
yes,
better for somebody else than their parents.
He's more relaxed on my lap. My kids won't do this on my lap. They won't come sit on their dad's lap. But Todd just kind of kosher.
Yeah.
And my legs can't be all that comfy. It's just bony. So I love that. He's kind of scrapping at the TV screen and the monitors there.
Todd, what do you like?
I like ballerina.
Ballerinas? That's a new one. I haven't heard that one
Okay,
before.
that sounds good. What else do you like, Todd? Can I ask you, what do you like?
Church.
You like church? What do you like about church? Oh, Jesus Christ. Did I hear right?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
amen.
Christ, amen. Wow, good job. That's really good. So, who's one of your friends? Do you have friends?
Yeah.
So is your family some of your friends? Yeah. And your mom?
Mom,
And your dad?
Dad,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you,
Go ahead.
sorry. Do you have friends at school?
yeah,
Yeah. Do you like your teachers?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like to draw? What's something that you love to do? Do you like to play soccer or football, or do you like the animals on your farm? What's something that you like to do? What do you enjoy? What's fun for Todd?
Ball,
You like to play with the ball?
yeah,
Like to play with the
Mhm.
ball? Okay.
yeah.
And what's your favorite animal on the farm? Because you guys have ducks, turkeys, geese.
Not
right?
geese.
Not geese?
Nope, not geese,
Ducks.
but ducks.
Got
Uh-huh.
ducks. All right. So my bad.
No, that's
You got
okay.
ducks. You have. I've seen
We have
the turkey.
lots, so it's kind of hard to
You have.
keep track.
So give it to Riley. What do you have on the
Okay,
farm?
so we've got goats. We have a mama and a kid, and
Okay.
we've got a cow and
You got your hands
a
full.
calf. We have our hands full, yes.
Yeah. Warren dips in a little bit of everything, right? Warren.
He really does. He grew up on a farm, and so it's good territory for him. It's been a learning curve for me because I always grew up in town, but it's been good to raise the kids out in the country. It's something Warren's always looked forward to.
Yeah.
It's not always something that I was welcome to. I pushed it back for a long time,
Okay.
but now that we're out in the country, I don't know if I'd trade it.
That's fine. What would you say to people that are watching? And there's a lot that's come on board. Brickman, thanks for joining us. Barry Banter, thank you. Barry says, Barry's a good friend of mine back in Georgia. He says, born with their wings, which he's absolutely right. They're angels. Felix, good to see you as well. Heather, thank you guys for joining us. Carrie as well. It's great to visit with you guys. If you have a question for Julie or Troy or Todd, feel free to ask. What's something you would tell people that are watching about these angels, as Barry says, these angels with wings, that might see people that are different? Maybe it's that they have spinal bifida. Maybe it's that they're drool and whatever. What would you say to them, being a mother of a child that has special needs? What would you say?
Well, being a mother, could I back it up a little bit
Please,
before I was a mom?
Yeah.
Okay, so before I was a
can't believe
mom,
I'm just saying.
he just
This
cuddles
is
right
better.
up to you,
This is
doesn't
better
he?
than a puppy. Warren's going to be jealous of this.
Yeah,
Right?
he is.
Warren's going to say, "Hey, Todd, thank you for making me feel so nice, Todd. Thank you." Go ahead.
So before I had Todd, before I was ever married, I was always a little bit shy or hesitant around somebody that had disabilities because I wasn't sure if I was going to break them or get them sick, or I didn't know quite how to interact. But as a mother
He's
with
gonna
a
go to sleep.
child,
He's going to go to sleep.
he
I
is.
cannot believe
yawning
this.
over there.
This is not part of the
You
game
want to
plan.
come home with me? 'Cause
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you could get him to
Yeah,
calm
get him in
down
a
tonight.
wheelchair van, and we can go for. He'll just be gone. Look out, he's just resting.
But I would say, don't be shy. If you want to interact with somebody that has a disability, they would love that. Todd,
Really. I mean, because I at one of the football, when we go to the BYU football games, there's a guy that sits next to me, and I'm always nervous about what to say. I know he can't respond, and I won't be able to understand him, but he does drool, and there's a rag always underneath him, and his parents always quick to wipe, and you know, I sit there like anybody else would, but I don't know that I proactively engage.
Sure.
And yet, when his parents do, you can see that he starts to shake, and there's been no touchdown, there's no cheerleaders, he just wants to be treated like
just
anybody
like
else.
anybody else.
Is that how it really is?
Oh, absolutely. Todd wants to do everything that his siblings do. Anything that Troy's doing, Todd wants to join in. Sometimes it's not always welcome, right? Because sometimes you want to do something.
I noticed when you guys were cleaning the bus, when they were cleaning my bus the other day, that Troy kind of takes the lead and says, all right, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. And they don't always do it, but patience is good, a good virtue of Troy, very much so,
He's
very good virtue.
Patient.
He is, and he took his brother right along the side of him out there, just kind of washing the rims of the bus.
Yeah.
And you guys should have seen it. It was unreal. I had him washing the bus, and they just did a phenomenal job. But it's just inspiring to watch your family interact. I was not born with a disability; it happened, and so for me, it's a lot different. You know, it's just kind of and I can talk and engage with people, and that's kind of my nature. But a lot of people, I think, might be disabled in the fact that they're afraid to engage with people that has a physical, you know, I don't know if malfunction is the right word, or something physically that is different, and they're almost afraid that they will offend them.
Sure.
Right? And I think that that's the backwards approach.
Absolutely.
Right.
I would agree. Yes.
So go with your heart, go with your gut, and make a friend. Just make a friend.
Right. Yeah, if you're out in the grocery store, you're out somewhere and you see somebody that you might think you have something in common with, or you just want to say, hey, how's it going? We don't really hesitate when they seem just the same as us.
Sure.
But the same goes for somebody with a disability. You don't have to shy away. You don't need to be bashful or be hesitant. The only way to know is just to start somewhere. You know.
I'm gonna stay right there, Todd. I don't think the audience can get a shot of this. I'm gonna go back to this other camera.
Okay.
Troy, come over here by me, buddy. I want you guys to check this out. So now I'm on camera 2. He's just sitting on my lap. Troy's got the microphone on him. My kids won't do this. My kids will not do this. They probably would if I asked them to, but I haven't even asked him. And prior to us, I'm kind of off camera here. I'm going to go back to you, Julie, here as well. But prior to us being on tonight, you were having a hard time getting him. He wanted to just be down on the floor.
He did.
Right? But I mean, you were here 20 minutes early.
Yeah.
You're kind of getting everything set up, right? And I just said, just let him on the floor, and that's fine. Right. And all of a sudden, he gets on my lap, and I swear to you, he hasn't left for the whole interview. For the whole time they've been, I just want to sit here and just watch you guys watch this. This is unbelievable. It's people like Troy and Todd and their family. If you watch their whole family, that really define the moments that matter. It makes all the little things that go wrong in our lives insignificant. Doesn't matter what your faith is, what your belief system is. It just makes you realize how important family, friends, the people in your community. I mean, I'm not blood related to Julie or Warren or their family, but it makes me want to be a better father and a better husband. It's not a sad thing. I don't have any empathy or pity. There's no empathy. They don't look for that. Troy certainly doesn't play that off when we're in church or when I sit around. If nothing, they just want to have interaction with people. And here we are amidst COVID, and we're in the studio today. And this kid is just, I don't know, better than a puppy. He makes me want to be a better person. So, Sandy, Heather, Rachel Sturbans. Rachel, hello. Tell your dad tell Doug I said hello. Robin, sending a hug as well. Steph, Heather, Felix is back on as well. It's really good to have you guys join us tonight, where we talk about moments that really matter. Is there anything you would like to say, Todd, before we say goodbye? Do you want to say something to people?
Yeah.
What do you want to say? You might have to help me, Julie. Have fun. All right. So Todd says, have fun. Troy, any last moment? I'm going to go back over to your mom in a second, but you're on my camera, so you're right here. So any last, you look right down at that camera right there. Do you see it, Troy, right there?
Yep.
Look right in that camera. Is there anything that you would tell people that you think they should know?
That me and Todd have an unbreakable bond for all eternity.
I love that. an unbreakable bond for all eternity. So that's a pretty intelligent comment from a 12-year-old kid. Love that perspective. And maybe just the last comment from mom. I would love to hear what Julie has to say and to folks out there. And we will end our broadcast. I just want to make it short and sweet to these folks and let them have some knowledge. So you can stand by your mom if you want there, Troy, so she can have the microphone right by her. Go ahead.
Well, I'd like to let everybody know that that Todd is special and he's unique and he's my son, but he's here on earth for a purpose and he is a gift. And I feel that he's a gift to the whole world. And I feel the same with other people that have disabilities. I feel the same with my other children, my typical children. But I also want to say, if you don't mind, to those who might be expecting a baby with Down syndrome or a baby that has that they are anticipating something to not be quite normal. I remember when I was in the hospital with Todd asking somebody who has a daughter with Down syndrome, I said, I don't want people to tell me that they're sorry for me. I don't want to hear how sad they are or I'm sorry. And I told her that, and she said, well, the neat thing about your position is that you have the opportunity to set the tone. And she taught me a lot because I was excited and I was happy and I was at peace. And so, for anybody that's experiencing the uncertainty of what may come in their lives with a child with disabilities, you get to set the tone. You can be happy and you can show others to be happy, and there's nothing to be sorry about. There's lots of joy to be found.
I can't thank you enough, Julie. I'm coming back to me and Todd right here. Look at this. Heather says I have a new co-host. I think that's cool. Felix says, when do I get to meet this young superhero? You just met him virtually, buddy. I don't know what you're going to have to meet him in person, but I think that's great. Heather, again, very intelligent comment from this family, and I agree. Jerry, thanks for the hearts. Love you back. And just want to thank you guys for joining us tonight on Moments That Matter. This is our first episode, and it's my intention each week to really talk about those moments that matter the most in our lives. And I thought this would be the best way to kick it off. So with that, I just want to say thank you to the Cheatam family, to Julie, to Troy, and to Todd for joining me tonight. I know their family's probably watching at home. Warren's taking care of the other kids and probably feeding the animals on the farm this Sabbath day. So God bless you guys, and take care, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.